subscribe my Beauty of Nature YouTube channel. And press the bell icon. Forest animals are the wildlife mainly found in the forests, which includes all types of animals such as insects, birds, and all the quadrupedalist animals. The fauna of jungle are often known as the forest animals. The forests and jungles of planet Earth support some of the most complex communities of animal life. About elephant animals. Elephants are mammals of the family Elephantidae and the largest existing land animals. 3 species are currently recognized: the African bush elephant, the African forest elephant, and the Asian elephant. Elephantidae is the only surviving family of the order Proboscidea. Extinct members include the mastodons. Wikipedia. Phylum, Chordata. Length, Asian elephant, 5.5 to 6.5 meters. Lifespan, African bush elephant, 60 to 70 years, Asian elephant, 48 years, African forest elephant, 60 to 70 years. Mass, African bush elephant, 6,000 kilograms, Asian elephant, 4,000 kilograms, African forest elephant, 2,700 kilograms. Gestation period, African bush elephant, 22 months, Asian elephant, 18 to 22 months. Height, African bush elephant, 3.2 meters, Asian elephant, 2.7 meters. Lion animals. The lion is a species in the family Felidae. It is a muscular, deep-chested cat with a short, rounded head, a reduced neck and round ears, and a hairy tuft at the end of its tail. It is sexually dimorphic. Adult male lions have a prominent mane, which is the most recognizable feature of the species. Beauty of nature. Scientific name, Panther leo. Today, wild lions live in sub-Saharan Africa and in Asia. Lions are adapted for life in grasslands and mixed areas with trees and grass. Lifespan, 10 to 14 years, adult, in the wild. Family, Felidae. Speed, 80 km per hour, maximum, in short bursts. Mass, male, 190 kilograms, adult, female, 130 kilograms, adult. Lions have vanished from North Africa and Southwest Asia in noteworthy occasions. Until the late Pleistocene, around 10,000 years prior, the lion was the most far-reaching huge land warm-blooded animal after people. They were found in a large portion of Africa, across Eurasia from Western Europe to India, and in the Americas from the Yukon to Peru. 5. The lion is currently a powerless animal type. There was a decrease in its African scope of 30 half more than 2 decades in the second 50% of the 20th century. 2. Habitat misfortune and clashes with people are the best reasons for concern. Lions are frequently called the ruler of the brutes. They are utilized as images speaking to mental fortitude. They show up in heraldry more regularly than some other creature. They are a symbol of mental fortitude and eminence. Lions live for 10 to 14 years when they are in nature. At the point when they are caught, they can live longer than 20 years. In the wild, guys don't normally live longer than 10 years. This is on the grounds that injuries from battling with different guys make their lives shorter. 6. They normally live in savanna and prairie. These territories do have brambles and trees, yet lions are predominantly adjusted to go after prairies. Contrasted with different felines. Deer animals. Deer are a piece of the Cervidae family that incorporate moose, reindeer, elk and different species. Male deer develop new tusks every year. Creatures, for example, impala look like deer in various ways, however have horns rather than tusks, the distinction being that horns are not developed and supplanted as are prongs. During the mating season, male deer will regularly utilize their horns to battle for the consideration of female deer. Numerous types of deer have been pursued throughout the years for their tusks. A male deer is generally called a buck. An enormous male deer is frequently called stag. A female deer is generally called a doe. A youthful deer is normally called a grovel. A gathering of deer is known as a group. Deer have long legs normally fit to the conditions they live in. They can bounce high and swim well. Most deer are brought into the world with white spots, however lose them inside a year. Deer make their first strides inside 30 minutes of their introduction to the world. Bear animals. Bears are carnivorous mammals of the family Ursidae. They are classified as carnivores, or dog-like carnivorans. Although only 8 species of bears are extant, they are widespread, appearing in a wide variety of habitats throughout the northern hemisphere and partially in the southern hemisphere. Bears are warm-blooded animals that have a place with the family Ursidae. They can be as little as 4 feet in length and around 60 pounds, the sun bear, to as large as 8 feet in length and in excess of 1,000 pounds, the polar bear. They're found all through North America, South America, Europe, and Asia. They have non-retractable paws, short tails, and fantastic feeling of smell. They're commonly lone, aside from moms with fledglings. There are 8 species. Asiatic mountain bears, additionally called moon bears, earthy-colored bears, which incorporate wild bears, mammoth pandas, North American wild bears, polar bears, sloth bears, spectacled bears, likewise called Andean bears, and sun bears. By and large, bears can satisfy 25 years in the wild and 50 in imprisonment. 6 species, including the polar bear and the Goliath panda, are remembered for the UN Red List as undermined or defenseless. Bears are carnivorous warm-blooded animals of the family Ursidae. They are delegated caniforms, or dog-like carnivorans. Albeit just 8 types of bears are surviving, they are far-reaching, showing up in a wide assortment of environments all through the northern hemisphere and somewhat in the southern hemisphere. Beauty of nature. Gray seal. Gray seal is a marine mammal that belongs to the family of true seals. Gray seals are the biggest land-breeding mammal in the United Kingdom. Around half the global population of gray seals are found around the British coasts. Gray seal pups weigh only around 14 kilograms at birth. However, their mother's high-fat milk allows them to quickly bulk up and develop the blubber, which is essential for survival in the cold sea water. Mother and pup gray seals have a strong bond from birth. Mothers recognize their pup by their call and scent. For the first few weeks of the pup's life, the mother will feed them around 6 times a day, for up to 10 minutes at a time. Mother gray seals remain close to their infant during the first weeks of their life. They rarely feed for themselves during this period and lose up to a quarter of their own weight before the pup is ready to be weaned. Gray seals' hands and feet are formed into webbed flips. Lemurs. Lemurs are primates found only on the African island of Madagascar and some tiny neighboring islands. Because of its geographic isolation, Madagascar is home to many amazing animals found nowhere else on Earth. Lemurs may have floated there eons ago on rafts of vegetation and evolved in isolation over countless centuries. Ring-tailed lemurs are unmistakable because of their long, vividly striped, black and white tail. They are familiar residents of many zoos. Life on the ground. Lemurs use their hands and feet to move nimbly through the trees, but cannot grip with their tails as some of their primate cousins do. Ring-tailed lemurs also spend a lot of time on the ground, which is unusual among lemur species. They forage for fruit, which makes up the greater part of their diet, but also eat leaves, flowers, tree bark, and sap. Sheep animals. The Norwegian Grattronder, Norwegian, Gratrondersaw, is a very rare breed of domesticated sheep that originated from crossbreeding native landrace sheep with the now extinct Tatra sheep in the late 19th century. There are currently approximately 50 individual animals, nearly all residing within Norway. Sheep, ruminant, cud-chewing, mammal of the genus Aves. The sheep is usually stockier than its relative the goat. Its horns, when present, are more divergent. It has scent glands in its face and hind feet, and the males lack the beards of goats. Sheep usually have short tails. In all wild species of sheep, the outer coat takes the form of hair, and beneath this lies a short undercoat of fine wool that has been developed into the fleece of domesticated sheep. Male sheep are called rams, the females ewes, and immature animals lambs. Mature sheep weigh from about 80 to as much as 400 pounds, 35 to 180 kilograms. Thank you for watching this videos. And don't forget subscribe this channel.